Please join us in the playing of the national anthem and our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. I'm Heather Cummings, retiring Assistant Superintendent. It is my honor to welcome our school board members, Superintendent Eric Halian, dedicated administrators, tireless teachers and staff, cherished families, friends, and community members. As we celebrate the Kingswood Regional High School Class of 2025. Your unwavering support and belief in these students have been the foundation upon which they've grown, persevered, and flourished. Today is as much your celebration as it is theirs. And to our graduates, congratulations. This is your day. Soak it in. Feel the pride, the joy, and maybe some butterflies. You have earned every bit of this moment. As I look out at all of you, I'm reminded of something I have come to know deeply during my years in education. There truly is joy in the journey. Not just in the victories and celebrations, but in the struggles, the questions, the late night study sessions, and the moments when you thought you just couldn't keep going, but did anyway. High school isn't easy for everyone. Some of you have arrived at today with perfect attendance and a perfect GPA. Others may have taken a winding path to this stage, meeting personal challenges, pushing through doubt, or finding your voice in the quiet. But each path has value, each story is worthy, and every single one of you belongs here. One of the things that has made this such a special place to me, and what I will carry with me always, is the way this community puts students at the center of everything we do. We believe in your potential, not because of test scores or trophies, but because we see your hearts, your resilience, your creativity, and your courage. We've watched you advocate for what matters, support one another, and grow into the kind of young people who will shape a better future for us all. Kingswood is more than just a school. It's a community where people matter, where kindness counts, where challenges are met with compassion, and where every student, no matter their journey, is valued. So as you leave here tonight with your diploma in hand and the world ahead of you, I urge you to remember that same spirit. Carry with you the lessons you've learned here, not just from textbooks, but from the relationships you've built, the mistakes you've overcome, and the passions you've discovered. Keep seeking joy in the journey, even when the road gets tough, and never forget the power of a community who believes in you. Class of 2025, you are remarkable. You are ready, and the world is lucky to have you. I'm forever grateful to have been a small part of your story. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm Brody Deshays, Chairman of the Governor Wentworth Regional School Board, Kingswood Class of 2017. It's my honor to be here with you this evening and to present awards to our top 2 Gold Scholars for this year. The Kingswood Scholars Program recognizes students who have distinguished themselves not only academically but also in the contributions they have made to their communities and their high school. Scholars are students in good standing who have met high academic standards and extracurricular involvement. Gold Scholars challenge themselves academically, obtaining a minimum GPA of 3.4, take on school and community leadership roles, and obtain strong SAT scores. They enroll in honors level classes and take a minimum of 3 advanced placement classes or 2 advanced placement classes along with the rigorous junior-senior honors program. Gold Scholars also participate in a minimum of 2 extracurricular activities. Each year, our top scholars are selected based on points from all these categories. This year, our top 2 scholars together have taken an impressive total 49 advanced placement and honors courses. They also collectively have more than 19 leadership team and club activities to their credit. These 2 scholars have worked hard, demonstrating strong leadership and exemplary citizenship, and their school community is very proud of them. It is now my pleasure to present the award to the second-ranking Gold Scholar, Oliver Klodner. Oliver, will you please come forward? Our highest ranked Gold Scholar for the class of 2024 is Jinner Zhuang. Jinner, will you please come forward? Each scholar will be addressing the senior class this evening, and Oliver will be our first speaker.
Thank you all so much. I've always loved this idea of the ship of Theseus. It's an ancient paradox dating back millennia, centered on the idea of change. The paradox describes a ship cherished and idolized by the people that got run ragged through times of war. Eventually, it was retired, rolled across the logs, and moved up into a dry dock to be maintained. Being at war, the repairs took years. But nail by nail, board after board, stitch by stitch, the boat was completely repaired. The ship was, in essence, deconstructed and rebuilt, no longer containing any of the original pieces. It seemed to be the same ship, looking exactly as it always had. But if you were to meticulously dredge up every fragment of the original ship and miraculously assemble it, which of the two would be the ship of Theseus? Now, take a second, look around. Think about your classmates. Though they bear the same name as when you first met them, how much about them has really changed? Little by little, a little became a lot. As humans, we innately cling to our favorite traits of others, hoping to mimic what we find so special in those around us. As our circle grows, we diverge from the path of our parents. We adopt bits and pieces from friends, teachers, and anyone we choose to surround ourselves with, until we bear little resemblance to that 5-year-old nervously walking into his first day of school. Through our lives, we become a beautifully patterned mosaic of everyone we've ever loved and everyone we've ever held close. Every single one of you holds different perceptions of an old me in your memories. My old writing lies forgotten in some landfill, old Instagram posts lost to the ether. Yet if you were to combine all of these fragments, they would not become Oliver. The ship's true identity isn't found in its wood or nails, but in its continuing story. Likewise, our identity isn't fixed to who we were. It is forged in the changes we embrace and the course we choose to chart. We are uniquely ourselves, not because of the pieces we're made of, but because we are the ones who steer our transformation. Graduation is this pivotal moment in all of our lives. A moment in which we leave so much behind us, but we get to move forward to bigger and better things. We've spent the last 4 years hammering nails, ripping up the boards, and mending our sails. Now, we're ready to set sail, to chart our own course forward, because that is what makes us, us. 150 years ago, William Ernest Henley wrote in Invictus, "It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." Thank you.
Sorry, the wind's crazy tonight. Good evening, classmates. Today is Friday the 13th. It's a day where superstition warns us of bad luck, but reason tells us it's simply a coincidence. Today's a mix of uncertainties and relief, just like the high school experience. There have been negative experiences, stress, anxiety from tests and essays, late night cramming of homework, and senioritis slowly gnawing at your motivation. Then we have the cherished memories, hilarious inside jokes with friends, and mishaps in the classroom. I still remember in freshman year when the desk mysteriously disassembled itself. You can question Oliver about that later. But these moments would not have been memorable without the people who shaped them. So I owe much to my friends, who not only make high school enjoyable, but life as a whole a riveting ride. I also thank all my teachers, particularly Mr. Place and Mrs. Mary DeCarmo, for their letters of recommendation as they prepare me to attend MIT next fall. To my family, you are the unwavering backbone that encourages me to be the best I can. I think I see you in the crowd. Somewhere back there. Thank you. I understand that everyone here has had a different journey through high school, but although our adventures differ, I hope that all of you can hold on to those endearing moments in the last 4 years and use them as strength to carry through life as they did help you carry through high school. And remember to thank everyone who has helped you reach this point. After tonight, the responsibilities here no longer weigh on our shoulders. Instead, there's a new life ahead to pick up. Whether it may be further education, employment, enlistment, I urge you to motivate yourselves, as there are only a couple things guaranteed in life, sadly: death and taxes. So unless you win billions from the lottery, you must generate your own gains. But keep in mind that you do not have to tread alone on your path to success. Although personal behavior and habits are crucial, forging connections with others is also necessary. Mark Zuckerberg would not have created Facebook and the huge success that it is now today without the help of his college roommates from Harvard. Bill Gates formed early on in the early days of Microsoft, forged relationships with other bigger companies at the time. So without those connections then, those people would not have been successful. So not only should you find motivation in your journey, you should seek out those who can uplift you and promote your strengths. There are many amazing people on this earth. In fact, I see hundreds in front of me. So to the amazing people of class of 2025, may health and fortune follow you wherever you go. Thank you all.
Good evening, and welcome to family, friends, and community. My name is Paul Famulari, and I have the privilege of being the principal here at Kingswood Regional High School. I would like to thank members of our faculty as well as members of our school board and SAU administrators as well for being here this evening. I would like to point out how absolutely perfect our campus looks tonight, not only because the sun is shining, but because of the hard work and dedication and the commitment of our facilities and custodial crew. Please join me in showing our appreciation for the commitment to our district. Class of 2025. For many of you, the next steps in your young adult lives might be fairly crystal clear. For others of you, while it's not etched in New Hampshire granite, your plans are taking shape and your vision is narrowing in on goals, dreams, and benchmarks for success. For one of our graduates tonight, the path ahead is one that is paved in service and selflessness. I would ask that Dylan Cash please stand and be recognized, having enlisted in the United States Navy. Good luck and stay safe, Dilly. Last year in my address to our graduates, I took the opportunity to share a story which, although I did not write it, it struck me as particularly useful in that application in that situation. I would like to do the same this evening using a different short story, but nonetheless it might resonate somewhat for some of you. The story goes like this. Once there was a farmer whose horse ran away, leaving him virtually helpless to plow his fields. All the neighbors in the village heard of this news of his loss and visited him that evening to console the farmer, saying, "How unfortunate this must be for you." The farmer replied, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's horse returned and brought with it 6 wild horses, each one stronger than the next. All the neighbors in the village heard the news and visited the farmer that evening to congratulate him and said, "How lucky you are." The farmer said, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's eldest son was riding one of the wild horses, attempting to tame it, and was thrown off, badly breaking his leg. All the neighbors heard the news and visited that evening and said to the farmer, "This must be devastating for you." The farmer replied, "Maybe." The next day, uniformed officers came through the village, compelling able-bodied people to be soldiers in the war. They rejected the farmer's son due to his broken leg, sparing him from imminent battle. All the neighbors heard this news and rushed to the farmer that evening. "What a fortunate thing," they said, to which the farmer said, "Maybe." The moral of this story is that we should be careful how we qualify the things that happen to us as either good or bad, lucky or not. The chain of cause and effect in life is complex and oftentimes can swing in and out of our favor that day or the next. Class of 2025, what lies ahead is entirely up to you. Just be mindful of how you qualify it. I want to commend all of you for your hard work, determination, and resilience in order to realize the vision of getting yourselves to this moment this evening. Together, we started at Kingswood in 2021. Over the course of those 4 years, our roles shifted, our experiences were molded, and our relationships at Kingswood were galvanized. You are arguably one of the most unique and accomplished senior classes I've seen in my short time here. There is an awful lot of heart in this graduating class. And generally speaking, the way you look out for one another is noteworthy. I would like to wish all of you the very best in your future endeavors. Make good decisions and take care of yourselves and one another at all times. It has been an honor and pleasure to serve all of you and to get to know many of you as well. Thank you, and go Knights.
Good evening, class of 2025, and welcome. Here we are, we did it. I'm honored to introduce this year's commencement speaker, as as I've grown to admire her as a person, a teacher, and a leader in my life. There's never really a day I can walk by her classroom and she doesn't greet me with a good morning or a simple hello and a smile on her face. I met her in my sophomore year study hall, and I didn't know what an impact she would have on my high school career. She's a passionate teacher, and you can just see how much she loves what she does. No matter the weather, she shows up. She's been teaching here at Kingswood for the last 35 years. During her time here at Kingswood, she's taught chemistry, physical science, and biology. You probably know her for her love of the sciences, teaching, or maybe for her love of her favorite animal, a squirrel. But no matter how you may know her, you should know that she's always there to lighten up a room and greet you with a smile. Everyone, please welcome Mrs. Burnham.
Good evening, everyone. Students, families, community members, fellow faculty, staff, district leaders, and members of our school board. Tonight is a beautiful moment, not just because we're gathered here to celebrate the Kingswood Regional High School class of 2025, but because we are sharing something together, something meaningful. An ending, yes, but also a beginning. And I am truly honored to be standing here with you. To our graduates, look around. This is your moment. Soak it in. You have worked hard, grown in ways you did not expect, and made it through years that included challenges no one could have predicted. You have shown resilience, curiosity, and care for each other and for your own future, and we are so very proud of you. As I thought about what I could say that would do this day justice, I found myself going back, way back. Actually, not to my graduation, but to something I heard when I was about your age in high school, taking ancient world history. It was a quote from the philosopher Socrates. Maybe you've heard of it. He said, "I know one thing, that I know nothing." I remember hearing that and thinking, what? How could one of the wisest men in history claim to know nothing? But over time, I realized what Socrates meant. He was not saying he did not know anything. He was saying, with wisdom begins humility. With the understanding that no matter how much you have learned, that there is always more to discover. That mindset, the willingness to keep learning, has stayed with me ever since, and it is something I hope you carry with you too. At Kingswood, we have tried to teach you a lot about literature, history, math, science, the arts, and vocational skills. But we have also tried to help you learn about life, how to ask questions, how to listen, how to fail and try again, and how to look at the world with curiosity and compassion. And if you allow me, I would love to share a few lessons that I did not learn from textbooks, but from other people, my mentors, my family, colleagues, students, and yes, even my own mistakes. And they might sound simple, but most important truths often are. Here are a few reminders I try to live by and I have learned from. Struggle is not a sign of weakness. It is where growth begins. Do not waste time complaining. Change it if you can. Let it go if you cannot. Cherish the people you love. Friends and family are life's greatest treasures. Be thankful for big things and little ones, including the squirrels. Be thankful. Grateful or gratitude is powerful. Stop worrying about what others think. This is your life. Be the one who steps up even when no one asks you to. Be kind, always, and especially when it is hard. Try not to judge because you never know what someone else is carrying. Think of others. Your empathy will be your greatest strength. And enjoy the little things. Laugh at yourself. You do not have it all figured out. None of us do. And above all, take action. Dreaming is important, but doing things makes life real. I hope these lessons serve as a gentle reminder as you step into adulthood. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to be, or back up. You need to keep learning. Ask questions. Stay humble and kind. And know that you are never alone in your journey. To the families here tonight, thank you for the love you have shown your graduates, the late nights, the pep talks, the patience, and the strength that you have given them to get to this point. To my colleagues, thank you for pouring your hearts into your work and for believing in these students every single step of the way. For our administration, our school board, and our greater community, thank you for your partnership and commitment to supporting these students on their futures. And to the class of 2025, we are so proud of who you are and who you are becoming. Never forget, you will always have a home here, and we will always be cheering you on. Congratulations to the graduates. Now go out there and keep learning. But yo, my packet's done.
J.J. Parquette. Landon Abbott Burrows. Gavin Anderson. Ashton Andruskevich. Lacey Arno. Isaiah Arsenal. Julia Avery. Benjamin Baca. Sophia Baca. Jennifer Baldwin. Tyler Bamford. Kylie Barron. Caitlin Bolia. Matilda Bellington. Olivia Blaney. Cadence Blodgett. Regan Boggs Swift. Dylan Bolton. Rylan Bordeaux. Xander Brooks. Brody Brown. Emily Brown. Jacob Brown. Nora Brown. Hunter Burbank. Garrett Burke. Isabella Bush. Isaac Buswell. Lucas Karen. Isaac Carr. Dylan Cash. Corey Chapman. Seth Charest. Callie Chase. Spencer Clark. Ava Cole. Keegan Cole. Maya Colson. Caitlin Cooper. Priscilla Cooper. Reese Couture. Camden Daigle. Isaiah Damon. Clay Davis. Isabella Dixon. William Dixon. Jack Dolliver. Rowan Donovan Lavalette. Liliana Duque. Hayden Eastman. Maddox Eliopoulos. Austin Emerson. Edward Evans. Brooke Furlan. Sophie Ford. Calum Forgy. Cole Garland. Kaylee George. Seth Grady. Joseph Green. Avery Gregory. Evan Harrington. Savannah Hughes. Summer Inman. Justin Jenkins. Brian Johnson. Cole Joseph. Mason Joy. Spencer Kelly. Samuel Keniston. Ryan Kenny. Marley Kenny. Oliver Kolodner. Caden Lang. Jack Larson. Addison Lawler. Stephen Lawrence. Noah Layton. Hunter LeMay. Mason Latoile. Riley Levesque. Brenna Lewis. Zachary Lewis. Benjamin Libby. Logan Libby. Benjamin Libby. Caden Lord. Julia Loring. Jalen Lovering. Cade Lucas. Sarah Lucas. Stella Lunt. Caden Lucier. Julia Mailer. Adriana Marique. Lila Masterson. James McDonald. Sam Mina. Mia Manisi. Kylie Merrow. Wyatt Monroe. Jack Moore. Liam Moore. Robert Moore. Aiden Murray. Lila Murray. Elise Mills. Mackenzie Myers. Jackson O'Keefe. Matthew Oliveira. Lillian Orzechowski. Ryan Osgood. Madison Paquette. Natalia Pawnell. Haley Peasley. Juliet Perez. Samantha Petit. Emma Pennard. Isabella Plord. Cameron Powers. Jackson Purington. Miles Randall. Kylie Raposa. Edward Ring. Colton Richings. Madison Robbins. Sebastian Roberts. Paige Roden. Sierra Rose. JJ Ross. Marina Roy. Kylie Ruths. Tyrese Ryder. Calvin Sanft. Keegan Sellers. LJ Sellinger Blatt. Christian Sluss. Alex Small. Samantha Smart. Morgan Sprints. Alexis Stanley. Riley Stevens. Charlie Stippo. Zachary Stippo. Jaden Sullivan. Landon Swain. Adrian Tabbs. Destiny Tibbetts. Aaron Tully. Quinton Turner. Bradley Tuttle. Hannah Vachon. Isabella Vachon. Cormac Welch. Susan Weatherald. Patrick Wright. Eva Zavas. Jenner Zhuang. Richard Piper. Landon Tedesco. At this time, would the parents Frank and Sarah Tranchita, brother Max Kendall, and cousin Danielle Wilkins please come to the stage? Frankie Tranchita.
Superintendent Eric Killian, as the principal of Kingswood Regional High School, I hereby certify to you that all of the seniors here tonight who have received a diploma have either met or exceeded the graduation requirements set forth by the state of New Hampshire and the Governor Wentworth Regional School District.
Thank you, Principal Famulari. One last task for the class of 2025. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations on graduating from Kingswood Regional High School.
Hello, class of 2025. My name is Charlie Sippo, and before I continue, I'd like to give one last thank you to everyone who made this event possible tonight. I'd like to thank Mr. Famulari and Mr. Charland, as well as our class advisor over these past 4 years, Mrs. Holmes, Miss Bridges, and Mrs. Kinatoa. None of this would be possible without them. I can't thank them enough. Thank you so much. Now I know we're all very excited to take this final step off this field into a new chapter of our lives, so I'll keep this short. When writing this speech, I couldn't stop thinking about how people would remember it. A funny line, a heartfelt memory, all I could think about was the future. So instead of writing this, I did what I did best, and I procrastinated writing it until about 2 days before it was due. To take my mind off this giant obstacle in front of me, I decided to watch my favorite movie instead. While watching on my couch on a cloudy afternoon, I think Ferris Bueller put it best when he says, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to look around once in a while, you might miss it." So before we all leave, I'd like to leave you with this. Doesn't matter where you're going after high school, whether it's a new job, your next years at college, or the unknown, take your time. Cherish the moment you have in front of you, and find joy in whatever you're doing. And remember to look around. Thank you for everything, Kingswood, and congratulations to the rest of my alumni. This is the class of 2025 signing out.